What's going on, YouTube? Excuse my car, it is filthy. This thing is super dusty. I haven't been able to work on it for at least 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. But anyways, we're back. I did manage to polish all the stainless around the back window. So it has that top piece, which I just put in. You can't see, well, I'll get close to it right now. It's got 1, 2, the 2 edge ones, 4, and then there's 2 little corner pieces. So that's 6 pieces. Let me get a little closer so I can explain what's going on here. So here's the top stainless. I had left these pieces of tape just to mark where the clips were, because once you set this thing in place, it's kind of hard to push it in because of the clips. And you don't want to push anywhere else around the clips because you can possibly bend it, maybe not. Or if it doesn't bend, it's just not going to snap in. So you're really not doing nothing. You're working against yourself. So right here where the tape is, you just want to boom, 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 snap in. And they are really stout. You just want to use your hand for that, you know, just similar to that manner, and kind of work your way all the way across. It's not something you want to be in a rush to do because it's tedious. It's tedious. Luckily, that's the only piece on the back window that has clips. Everything else, well, I'm lying. There's 2 clips here on the side ones, but it does have a nut and a bolt right here on the corner. But these clips are nothing compared to doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across the top. And these dog leg right here in the corner, they sit on top of this one right there. So it covers a little bit of that piece. I did use some butyl right here. You can kind of see it. I just stuck it in there. All on the top, all around really, all on the top. I'm gonna put some more here. Well, actually, did I do it already? It has some butyl here, but I just bought a roll of that on Amazon. I could put the link for it. Actually, it's right here. So here it is. This stuff is the butyl. And I kind of crumbled it up on here, but anyways, that's the roll. You just roll it out. You just stuff it in between. This is waterproof. It never dries, ever. It keeps the same consistency. It's kind of squishy. You can form it, shape it, but you want to put it there just to avoid any kind of leaks. I did the same in the front on the edges. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do these corner ones. And like I said, there's a nut and a bolt on top. I don't know if you can see the hole, probably covered in butyl, but it's right there. Boom, right exactly there. And on the trim, this is it here. On the trim, this is it. It's a weird little clip. These are really smudgy, but they came out excellent. They came out really good. I'll clean them up once everything's installed so y'all can see it. Those are the ones for the side. And these are these corner pieces. This is the right one, yes. Right here, like that. And this one just has this, actually it's this one. This middle one right here. Because this is for a different kind of a clip, and it might be back here. Yeah, there it is. So you're gonna have the 2 pieces of trim that mate right here. But I'll explain that when I get these on. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and do the corners, and I'll bring y'all back. I just installed this side piece. It's full of smudges, but there's nothing to it. I did have to drill out the hole where this little clip goes because it was full of, I guess, clear paint. But it was super simple. I'm about to do this other one so I can show you how to do it. You can kind of see the hole right there where that clip goes. I did put butyl all in here, all the way through. Just kind of stuffed it in there. So these are my original trims, original clips. I just restored the trims. They had some dings on them and scratches, obviously, but both of the clips were bent like this. The bolt on the clip itself. So I don't know if it got that contour just from when it was tightened. But like I said, I did have to drill out the hole a little bit, but that's mainly because of the clear. I just wanted to show you that. So you want to start by putting in this first and then tucking the trim under the clip. See, I'm gonna pull it back out. It's not snapped in yet. You see right there? There's a clip, so you want to make sure you tuck that in under it. And then you can snap it in. So just make sure both are tucked in. You see this one? You can see this one a little bit better. That's what you want. Just make sure it's under it. And make sure this isn't over here on your paint anywhere. So when you snap it in, it's not gonna chip anything. So that's it really. I can go ahead and snap. I don't know if I can do this one hand, but I guess I'll try. So again, this is the tape where the clip is at. See, it's right there and there. So you can kind of push where the tape is. Okay, I felt that one snap in already. Snap in this one. Boom. That's it. Now we just put the nut behind here and it'll bring it in just a hair. So just follow the sequence. This one goes first because this one overlaps it. I'm gonna put that nut in and then we'll start on this bottom one. Excuse all the smudges, but this is in now. It's nice and tight. Man, the nut on the inside was kind of past the flange, so I couldn't get a socket in there. So I had to use a little tiny wrench, but it worked out. Here, let me show you. So I had to turn the phone up, straight up and down, but it's that one right here. You can see, if you look straight at it, it's behind the flange. I don't remember that being like that, but that's probably why there's some little scarring around there. The other one was a little bit higher and the socket fit perfect. Just little things. Gosh, my hand is shaky. So that's done. So now we're gonna go ahead and move to this bottom one here. And this one, it just has these, I think it's five, 1, 2, 3, yeah. 5 clips, and you just put the bolt in through the bottom. I wanna say it's a 3/8 bolt. That one's pretty easy. I'm gonna have to clean these up a little bit because they're full of material. I don't know if I'm gonna put butyl down here. I might run a little strip right here and then just put the trim over it. I don't know how much that'll actually help, but I mean, it's better than nothing. So let me go get that piece. I just want to show y'all the clips still had some of the butyl on it. I added some to the ones that didn't because it just fell off. And I'm gonna put a little bit more here on the bottom. I did have to drill out these holes, but other than that, this thing should drop right in. Just wanna show you that. All right, this one is in, very simple. It just has them 5 clips with 5 3/8 nuts on the bottom. And there's a provision for each one on the bottom of this deck. Super simple. So the last 2 pieces are these. This is the butyl that I put in between the gasket and the body. I just stuffed it in there. I did that all through the bottom. I remember now that this one didn't have anything. It was covered in butyl, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna plug it up and then put the trim on. For this trim, it has the same kind of clip as this for here, and it overlaps it on both sides. And then over here, it has a tiny little, I think it's a Phillips, a little Phillips screw right here, real small. So let me get those going. Well, there it is. So I didn't tighten these all the way. They're sitting really nice and flush because I remembered the long piece that goes here before the drip rail kind of tucks right under here. So whenever I polish that piece, I'll go ahead and put it in. And then I'll go ahead and tighten this up all the way. So I didn't put the screw on it at the end. So that way I can just loosen that 3/8 nut here, take it off, install that piece, and then put this one back on. And I'm sure by the time I polish these two pieces, the whole belt line will be polished. So I can do that all in one shot. But there it is. I have about 8 hours in the trim. So it did have some dings in it. Excuse me. It did have some dings, and it was scratched up pretty bad. You know, I guess just from the years. This is all original stainless to the car. The glass is also original to the car. It cleaned up really nice, so I kept it. But yeah, about 8 hours in the stainless, 6 pieces. I sanded them real good. Well, first I got all the dings out, and then I flattened them out. So wherever there was a ding, I would pretty much make like an Audi. I would tap it. I would tap the backside of the ding, kind of make it a little bit higher, and then tap it gently on top, and then block it down with a 400 grit. And then once that was flat, I would go to 600 grit. And then I would do everything in 600 grit. 600 grit was enough to get all the scratches out. And 400 was enough to block out the dings. And it came out excellent. I'm real happy with the results of the polishing phase. I tried different pads. I tried different compounds. I will share what I used in another video, because that did take me, you know, a little bit of time, a little bit of money to figure out what worked best for me. So it's 2 compounds. They're by Maverick, I believe. I don't have the part numbers in front of me or the name, so I don't want to ruin it, but it was a white and a purple, both for stainless, and man, it worked out really good. So as long as you get everything flat and 600 grit, sand everything really well, man, you can go straight to the compound, and then from the compound straight to the finishing polish. So let me get a view from the other side here. See, the stainless is just mirror finish. I wiped it down because it was full of smudges, but look at that. Really happy with the results of those 2 compounds that I'm talking about. It came out excellent. At first I was having trouble with some hazing after the first compound, and then I tried gray polish after that, and then I tried even some green stuff, but man, the hazing was not coming out, and it looked pretty bad. It looked good like in the shade, or if you weren't in direct light, but once you would get in certain lighting, especially under a LED light or the actual sun, man, the sun will give you away, and you can see like all the hazing on it, and man, it was driving me nuts. But I figured it out. Just trial and error, like everything else, trial and error. So pretty happy here. I'm happy to get these pieces off of the table over there. So I'm gonna continue with stainless, and I'm just gonna have videos like this, you know, just the back window or the side. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a video of the whole thing, because man, that'll be a really long video. So I'm gonna just chop them up in, you know, different segments. So this is gonna be the rear glass stainless, and then on another video I'll walk you through the compound and the polishing process. I really can't say what I'm gonna do next because it just never really works out for me. Time has been an issue for me lately. I've been really busy, but I don't know. I guess it just depends how I'm feeling and what's in front of me. So that's it for this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.